What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex here, and you're watching the Ragin Ronin review. I got a review for you. Last weekend, I saw Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows, and it is a film that I was highly anticipating for this summer because I really love the Ninja Turtles. I love the cartoons. I love the original live-action films. I'm talking about where the Turtles were played by stunt actors with costumes and animatronic heads. I love that. The CG one, directed by Jonathan Liebesman, produced by Michael Bay, was decent. It was okay. I think it could use some improvements, but for the most part, I enjoyed the tone of the film. It was very funny. There was some really exciting action scenes, and also what was the best part about it is that they got the Turtles' personalities perfect. They nailed it, and that was the best part about the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film that came out 2 years ago. Both of them, I'm talking about the previous one and this one, are both Michael Bay productions, so you can expect to see a lot of Michael Bay-esque type visuals. As a matter of fact, it almost kind of feels like it was directed by Michael Bay because you can tell it's just got his fingerprints all over it when you watch it, but actually it's directed by Earth to Echo director Dave Green. And what he does with the sequel is a lot better than what Jonathan Liebesman did with the first film. This is a huge, well, I won't say it's a huge improvement, but it's quite an improvement over the first one. I feel that Dave Green really captured the essence of the cartoons. If you are a fan of the cartoons, I'm pretty positive you will enjoy Transformers. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows, because when I was watching it, I had so many nerd moments, like nerd chills and a lot of goosebumps at the parts where they totally referenced the cartoons. It was almost like they ripped the scenes straight out of the cartoons, because you get to see a lot of beloved characters like Casey Jones, Bebop, Rocksteady, Krang, and it was just a lot of fun. This is a very, very fun movie. It's a summer popcorn flick. If you are watching it with no knowledge of the Ninja Turtles, you might wonder what the heck is going on. This is a movie for kids, okay? It's made for 11 to 14 okay, I'll just say 12-year-old kids. It's a movie made for 12-year-old kids. It's also made for big kids. I'm talking about kids who grew up watching the cartoons and who enjoyed the old live-action films. I loved Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. It's got some really great action moments. A lot of the action moments are really, really high energy. There's this plane sequence which I thought was really, really fun. A lot of fun. It's not a movie with a lot of great acting, to be completely honest. Megan Fox, she has never been believable as a journalist, okay? She hasn't been believable since the first one. She's just there for eye candy. As a matter of fact, there is quite a bit of eye candy. I mean, she just looks hot in this movie, okay? And then Will Arnett, he's just a comic relief. He's clumsy. He's a cliche type of character. And then you got Stephen Amell, who plays Casey Jones, and man, I've never seen Arrow, and a lot of people say how good it is, but Stephen Amell as Casey Jones was a terrible choice, okay? He's a pretty bad actor in this movie. He just doesn't fit the role. And then you have a really established veteran actor like Laura Linney, and man, she pretty much phoned in her performance. It was just so poorly acted. I found it very, very unbelievable. I didn't buy any of her reactions in the movie. I just didn't buy it. The best, in fact, the stars of the film are the Turtles. I'm talking about the creators of the Turtles, the visual effects artists at ILM, and also the people who did the voice acting for the Turtles, who are actually also the actors who play the Turtles. They are the stars of this film because they really brought the Turtles to life. They look so real and so photorealistic in the film, and when you watch them on screen, you just can't help but feel that these guys are really there. These Ninja Turtles that are in scenes with humans. It just looks so real. So great job to the visual effects artists who really brought the turtles to life. I also love the voice acting in this film, or rather, I'll just say acting because they were doing motion cap acting and voice acting as a whole. So I'll just say the turtles actors were excellent. They did such a great job in really capturing the personalities of the turtles. They did a great job before. They did an even better job in this one, mainly because there's more depth to the characters. They actually added more depth and character dynamics to in this film. They actually brought in a little bit more heart and soul in this film. When you watch this film, you will see all the brotherhood and the team dynamics and how they work well together and maybe not so well. Sometimes they're a little bit dysfunctional, but that's straight out of the comic books. So that's what made those elements so great. And then of course there's Bebop and Rocksteady. They're a lot of fun to watch. Casey Jones only really has 2 major scenes, and it really feels like this is a really dumbed down, tame version of Casey Jones. The Casey Jones I know carries a baseball bat, a golf club, a hockey stick, and carries everything on his back, and he just looks way more rugged. This one was just a guy in a mask with a hockey stick, and it wasn't really the Casey Jones I expected. I loved a lot of things about this film, and it's, like I said, quite an improvement over the first one. The only thing that I felt that could use some improvement really is just, I was a bit underwhelmed by the final act of the film. I'm not talking about like the final act, like the third act as a whole. I'm talking about the final battle. The final battle was a bit underwhelming because it was just too busy. There was just too much going on. Like you have like an entirely CG battle sequence where there's so much going on in the background, and then you have all these crazy camera movements, and of course Krang is a CG character, the turtles are CG characters. Essentially it's one big CG sequence, and there's just so much going on to the point where it's just too busy and you don't know what to follow, and it's kind of a mess to me. I mean, I kind of got the idea of what's going on, but at the end of the day, it was just a big CG slugfest, just like X-Men Apocalypse. At the end of X-Men Apocalypse, it was just all CG debris, CG destruction, and CG stuff going on. And in in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows, the final battle is no different. And that's where I felt the film was the weakest. Because once you put all those elements together, it just looks like a big mess. But when you have the turtles fighting in human environments, like actual live action environments, it looks a lot better. But when it's entirely CG, you can tell that, okay, this is like a full-on CG sequence, and it's not as exciting as it could be. So that's my only real complaint about this film. There's bad acting in this. The story is really not anything spectacular. It's really just about a doomsday plot that we've seen again and again and again. And it's not something that I really care for. But I loved everything else about it, mainly because I'm a fan of the original source material. I'm not talking about the comics. I'm talking about the cartoons. That's what I grew up with. So if you enjoy the cartoons, you will love this, okay? And also, lots and lots and lots of nostalgia. Make sure you watch the end credits because you're going to enjoy what it has to offer when they play out the credits, alright? So, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. A 7 out of 10. I know that's not an outstanding score, but for what it is, I still enjoyed it, and that is just pure entertainment, okay? This movie is made for kids. It's made for fans of the source material, and it's not meant to do anything more than just give you a fun time with a lot of really stunning visuals. So there you have it. That's all I got to say in this video. 7 out of 10. I hope you go check it out, especially if you're a fan of the source material. And I know there's a lot of people who just hate this franchise. I'm talking about this new rebooted franchise. But the fact is that you've never even seen it yet. You're going into this movie wanting to hate it, so what is the point? Give it a chance, have an open mind, and you'll enjoy yourself, just like I did, alright? So, 7 out of 10, that's all I gotta say, and as always, if you enjoyed this review, hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation, also follow me on Twitter at Ragin Nation. My name is Alex, thanks for watching, I'll see you next time, peace. Grand scale physical battle between him and all the X-Men, and Oscar Isaac, as much as he's a great actor, he doesn't have that imposing